Right, we'll get started. Here we go.
Can you hear? Can you hear and everything? Everything's
Can
good?
hear you fine. Yep. Right, starting in
Good.
3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Galbraith Report, a brand new podcast. We're going to talk hockey. Now, this is Ice Hockey Podcast with a difference because we're in two different parts of the world. I'm Craig Anderson. I'm a media man who's worked for 3 elite league clubs in the UK and for the Elite League itself. And I'm here with an ex-hockey player, Jade Galbraith, a man of many clubs in many countries through the years. Jade, give us a brief on your career.
Well, like you said, I've played everywhere. Obviously, started in Canada, played every junior league in Canada. Got a scholarship, played hockey, college hockey for 3 games, left there, went and played the Western Hockey League. Played in the States, in the minors there for 3 years, went to Germany, played there, ended my career in Glasgow, or Braehead it was called then. But yeah, been everywhere, played, I don't know, 700, 800 games or 700 games. So again, I've been everywhere, played everywhere kind of thing. So yeah,
Cool.
Anyway.
And the reason we're doing this is
prospects.
And the reason we're doing this is we love hockey. We watch the NHL. We've been watching how things are going. As we record, it's Thursday, the 23rd of April. We're well into the playoffs now. Jade, who's going to win the playoffs?
That's a good question, man. I've been thinking. My wife's asked me that about 3 or 4 times. I really don't know yet. I like Carolina every year. To me, is well coached, great coach. They play their system. They know their identity. Again, with the playoffs, you never know. Like Florida, the last 2 years, I predicted it once the playoffs started. I called them. Edmonton kind of was one of those teams where I didn't realize I didn't think they'd make it to the finals, but those 2 years. But I think coaching and system and the way you play in the playoffs is different. And some of these teams try to change their systems to play playoff hockey. And like the Toronto Maple Leafs, teams like that, they're a skilled team. They don't grind. They don't do that the last few years or whatever. Hence why, they've had tough times in the playoffs. But I think Carolina, if I was to pick a team, I think Carolina, they just look really good, barring any injuries. I think I'd take them again. And that's something out of my wheelhouse. I don't really watch them a lot. Kind of a boring team for me. Again, I don't watch regular season hockey, but what I love about boring hockey is when I played, that I was all offense. I just loved to cheat and exciting, all that stuff. But as I've retired and coached, there's so much more to the game. And I think the best coaches realize that it's a total grind in the playoffs. It's a different game. You can't just change identities going into the playoffs. You have to have played that for most of the season. And I think Carolina, the last 3-4 years have always been like a team that's everybody's like, they could do it. And I think this year, the way Freddie Anderson's playing in net, I think he, again, is one of those guys that will make or break him. I think he is definitely going to be a huge factor in their success or their failure. I just think that's where it's going to be with Carolina. They're great special teams. But, yeah, I'm thinking Carolina right now. Again, the first round is such a hit or miss, as you know, Craig. There's a lot of upsets all the time, but they look like they're in the driver's seat right now. But, again, I'm thinking Carolina. I don't know in the West, but, yeah, if I was to pick right now, I'd go with Carolina.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you gave us your Stanley Cup pick. I'm going to give you mine. I'm going to say the Avalanche. I think the Avalanche have been excellent all year. Anytime I've watched them, they've looked solid. They've looked dangerous going forward. They've got some great players throughout their lines. They took your man Kadri back from Calgary. He's done very well for them. They're 2-0 up against the LA Kings right now in their series, and I don't know. I find it difficult to see past them as a contender. Maybe at the very least reach the final, but I think they're going to. I think they're going to win it this year. There's something about them. Nathan McKinnon, I think, is just unplayable on his day, and he's been great. And the goalie they've got right now, Scott Wedgwood, he's only conceded 2 goals in the first 2 games as well. I think
they
he's a real bonus for them.
Oh, I agree. I love Colorado. I think top to bottom, they are the favorite. I think they are the favorite. They have to be. What I see with them is, it's tough. Like the way they play, they rely on like their power play was one of the worst in the league, 27th in the league, right? And again, to win in the playoffs, if you look at any stat, it's puck possession and special teams. All the teams that are high, top 5, top 3 in power play, penalty kill, combination, and puck possession, they're always in the Stanley Cup final or making a run. And I think the last game I watched, again, I never watch any regular season games. I find the NHL regular season is so boring, but I friggin' love. I watched the Montreal game against Tampa Bay, and holy cow, that's real hockey. Every scrum was a punch in the face, and this and that. It was just really nice to see the emotion and again, regular season, they care. Everybody cares about it. I get that,
Yeah.
But it's a different world. But I could see definitely Colorado. I just think they need to figure out their power play. Because again, it's they win 2-1 last game, and they were down 1-0 with 3 minutes to go. So they got lucky to come out of there with a win like that. That was huge. But that just shows they can score at any time. Makar is the best defenseman in the league. Again, he won't be. I don't think he'll win the Norris, but that guy, not only offensively, you watch his defensive game. That guy he gets it. So I'm saying they will definitely, I think, it'll be in the conference finals, barring in some injuries or whatever. But again, it's one of those things that you need your power play and your penalty kill to be doing, like firing, or again, it's one of those things. Say you take 3 penalties, they score 2 goals on you, or you get 5 power plays, you don't score any, and you lose 2-1 or something. So that's something which shocks me, because Colorado is one of the highest scoring teams in the league, and they're the 27th best power play in the league. So that's, for me, special teams and puck possession is one of those things that I look at all the time in the playoffs, and it always seems the guys that have that win. So again, Colorado, I like them a lot.
Well, I mean, full disclosure, I'm a Bruins fan, so I'm hoping they get through the tie with Buffalo. Game 3 is going to start soon. Once we finish recording here, you're a Calgary man, aren't you, Jade? What happened to your team this year?
Am. Yeah, actually, Calgary. You know what? Craig Conroy is one of the best guys you'll ever meet. I skated with the Flames rookies and stuff a lot before I'd go to Europe, and a lot of the Flames. He ran a really good skate. Salt of the earth, the best man. Like I saw him I don't know, about 6 months ago or whatever, and he recognized me. That's how long. He's just really good, and the fact that Calgary gave him the chance, after Treliving left, I'm glad they kept him. And he's doing really good things. The amount of draft picks they have in the first 2 rounds, they have 6 draft picks, 2 first rounders, and 4 second rounders. The young kids that they have right now are looking great. That Grennan kid is one of those guys. I love his game. He reminds me of me. Like, he's a lot of offensive upside, like not afraid to make plays, but he plays with a little grit. And he for a guy that makes a lot of high danger, plays, he actually protects the puck, and he does it the right way. And I see a lot of the way I played. Again, the kids, playing the NHL, it is what it is. But with those young guys coming up, obviously Zane Perrick is one of those guys that I don't want to get down on him, but he has to get some level of to you're in the NHL. It's just not every day to go out there, and whatever happens. He's got to take his career by the reins, or he's going to be in the AHL, and then his career is going to be over. I think he needs to get some. He needs to become a man. I think he's still playing like a kid to me, And obviously, the NHL is a little bit smaller now. Even hockey in general, you don't have those 6'4", 250-pound defensemen anymore. So, but it's still he needs to put the weight on. He has to go into the gym. He has to actually really put in the time and make. Again, I like Calgary. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I cheer for them because I'm in Calgary. But I think Conroy is doing it the right way. And now with the new rink being built, more people are going to be wanting to come down here. You're going to be able to sign some better free agents with the way that they're putting the team together. I just think this year, this draft is probably the biggest draft they've had in Calgary in as long as I can remember. They don't do well with first-round draft picks. It's been really tough. Like if you look back 10 years, I was looking at it the other day with a couple of buddies, and like two first-round draft picks actually played in Calgary for more than like 2 years. Some of them had played like 5 games. Some just gone. So a Pelche guy. Again, we could go through all of it. We could do a show on.
Yeah, it's maybe a short one. This one.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, you know me, I ramble on. But anyway, I think Conroy and what they're doing right now is they're doing it the right way. And but like I said, this is the year. If they can get like good players, even trade some draft picks away, I think Calgary could not only be a playoff contender, could if the young kids do as well as I think they're going to do, I think they could do some damage in the next few years. So.
Okay. Right, that'll do. This is just a short run, just to test us out, see how we get on. Jade and I will be back throughout the playoffs to sort of cast our eye over what we've seen and what we can discuss, and I don't know, we might fall out from time to time. But listen to us, the Galbraith Report. You can catch it on your preferred podcast provider. And that will do. See you soon. Bye for now.